Seeing as TLC has decided that this is now the Mykelti Padron Brown show, I have breaking news for everybody out of North Carolina, guys. This has nothing to do with the dead body in the rug in the woman's backyard. This is even bigger than that. Mykelti Padron has decided to cut her hair.
Breaking news. You heard it here last.
I just am like, first of all, it should be Tony cutting his hair. Second of all, I don't care. I don't care about Mykelti. Stop shoving Mykelti down our throat. Stop trying to make Mykelti happen.
She's like the new star of the show.
She had more camera time than anyone else this episode.
And I will care when Tony cuts his hair, but I don't care when she does.
I honestly, I do feel like it would be somewhat exciting. But here's the thing. When Tony gets his hair cut, if ever, it's just going to be a little trim up. It's going to just be the dead ends because he straightens it so much. That's what we're going to get.
The whole thing is dead.
Yeah, I agree. I agree the whole thing is dead, but no, he's not going to. Right. I don't know if we will ever again get Tony Padron with short hair. And
maybe that
upsetting.
Could be their storyline for the next season, you know? They want to keep it fresh.
That's true.
Apparently they want to film.
Well, it wouldn't be next season. It would be in like 6 seasons.
6 years from now.
This is the thing. This is what's driving me absolutely insane about this show is we started the season off by saying this season began filming near the end of 2022. Well, we're 4 episodes in and we've just hit Thanksgiving.
It seems like we're going day by day at this point.
It really does. It feels like they were like, all right, let's. The only thing that made me think that some time had passed was that Kody and Robyn's talk happened in the snow. That was it. Other than, Meri was outside raking leaves and pine needles in the summer. And then all of a sudden it had a complete blizzard.
The only good thing about this episode was that we didn't get Janelle walking those dogs again.
Justice for Janelle. I honestly started thinking, I was like, put it on a bingo board. Every time we seen Janelle, Francine, and Maxine together.
Take a drink every time you see that clip.
Take a shot because you're going to be absolutely shit-faced by the end of the season. But we still have her raking her leaves.
With her tongue out.
Again. We still have her, in the backyard of that house that she's not lived in for years now, gardening.
That was like 3 houses ago now.
Yeah, because even on the show, we are now in the new apartment. So like we've gone to the shitty student housing apartment from that. Like it's just
a new apartment. Yeah, that house is a few houses back.
And all you guys do is shoot B-roll footage. Get some new B-roll footage of her with her tongue out in her new nice apartment.
With that deep sink.
God, get her using the deep sink.
Get her using one of the mini appliances she's got.
Caitlin, I have to come on here because I need to justice for myself.
Okay.
Justice for Ace. Because, when Robyn and Kody's house went up for sale, there was lots of chatter about things that were found throughout the home. And one of those things being a lot, like owning stock in corn dogs. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you said that that it's Areola eating those corn dogs. And I said, it's salmonella. It's salmonella eating those corn dogs. And I know it to be true. And this Thanksgiving episode has proven it to me.
Was he eating a corn dog?
He was not eating a corn dog, but there was no meat on his plate. And Kody said, hey, Saul, we'll deal with you in a minute. So he had a little bit of veggie. He had a crescent roll and he was waiting for his corn dogs. He was like,
nothing like a Thanksgiving corn dog.
Nothing like a Thanksgiving corn dog. So I would like for you to go back and just realize that like you were wrong. And it is Solomon because Areola was like, hell yeah, I'll take a turkey leg.
Give me some of that sweet and savory.
Give me some of those thighs. Hell yeah, baby. But
Brianna eating that turkey leg.
With her straight across eyebrows. I don't know what scared me more, the straight across eyebrows or
I don't know. I was just like, oh, is she a cannibal? Like that, it was scary. It's like you didn't get any. Can you imagine? You get like no camera time, and then that's what you get.
Right?
It's just you like chowing down a turkey leg.
I thought to myself, I guarantee you, the next morning they woke up, that turkey was cleaned like down to the bone. Areola got out in the night and she scarfed that thing down. But didn't eat salmonella because he had his corn dogs. And you were wrong. And I was right. Guys, we are talking season 19, episode 4, How the Mighty Have Fallen. Oh, and
who's this in regards to? Who's the mighty?
The show, honestly.
Okay.
Like this is how the show has fallen.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't think anyone was mighty before.
Because when we start at Mykelti's house, you know it's going to be a bad episode.
We spent a lot of time at Mykelti's house this season already.
Last episode was all Mykelti. This episode is very Mykelti heavy.
We've had her baby shower. We've had her birth.
We had
We've
her
now
sprinkle,
have her
her
first couple
birth.
nights after the babies are born, and Thanksgiving hosted at her house.
God.
Let's call it. Yeah, seriously. And did you see how many signs they have in their house that say Padron?
In case you forgot
In
where
case you
are.
forgot where you're at, you can look at any
If you
doorway.
wake up one day with amnesia and you're like, what the fuck is my last name? Padron.
They've done so many little paint and sips with
God.
and did their last name.
Disgusting. I hate it. Now we are with Mykelti, just fresh out of giving birth. You know, she's sitting in that chair and she's feeling it. And
Which is why this is like day by day, because she just had them on the last episode. They were born on the 22nd. When was Thanksgiving last year?
I understand why she's sitting the way she is. I understand it. I've never given birth. I've never had a C-section, nor have I given vaginal birth, as Janelle likes to call it. But to be on camera and
Spread
just
eagle.
sitting there, spread eagle, with her dress barely like covering her snatch, I was just like, Mykelti, legs together, girl. Like, you know,
Ladylike.
and you know the cameras are rolling.
I thought Justice Firm, like, can someone throw her a blanket? Why
Yes.
does production never help anybody out?
Production wasn't here. This was all shot by family.
Okay, you're right.
This was
Can
all on
anyone help her
iPhone
out
again.
and be like, why don't you put a blanket over your legs, honey?
Right? I was just like, girl, we are seeing every blessing that
She
you.
apparently doesn't care what she shows on TV.
I
because
guess
we've seen a
not.
lot of Mykelti.
And then Tony brings her these breakfast tacos that I have never seen a more loaded breakfast taco in my life. There was not a. I mean, you're gonna have to open all the way up to eat that breakfast taco. And then he shows up with his own plate and he does a little magic disappearing act because he shows up with it. And 1 second later, he's finished. He cleaned, he's
were
part of the
good.
clean plate club.
His mom came and she makes good breakfast tacos.
Oh my God. I was just like, wow. It just really, also. Now this was a controversial take that I told you about, but I they do have a mini fridge in their bedroom.
And I said, so do we?
No. We have a tiny little fridge that you put the breast milk in that night. This was a full one, a full mini fridge.
They had snacks in there.
They had orange juice.
Okay.
They had Gatorade. What I didn't see
Electrolytes.
was Mountain Dew.
Oh, I
And
know. That was towards the back.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
I believe they had this before they had any kids.
That's
and
what I
that's
think.
Tony's Dew fridge.
Yep.
When he's like mid gaming. He definitely has a mini fridge in his game room. Too.
For sure.
You know?
And I think that he always tells Mykelti, do me. And she's like, okay, sexy. And he's like, no, DEW me. God damn it, Mykelti.
Give me a fucking Baja Blast, Mykelti. Bring me one of Saul's corn dogs.
And I honestly am just like, the miracle of life, we've experienced it now. And it's a beautiful thing for sure. But I didn't need Mykelti explaining to us how her intestines are all loose and her stomach just now.
I couldn't sleep because it was just like my stomach's falling to one side and then it hurts the scar. I'm like, oh gosh.
I was like, I don't.
Ooh,
You know what?
Yeah.
Some things are better left
A little
unsaid.
mystery, please.
Yeah, the rest is still unwritten. I didn't need that. So we find out that Robyn has slept in the closet with both boys.
I was like, can Robyn come to my house?
I thought to myself, honestly, like, there's no one in the world I would do this for, other than like you and our own children.
Yeah.
I would never.
I was like, okay, maybe she's good for one thing.
I'm like,
Christine's
what?
Thanks for taking one for the team.
I
hate
will.
Robyn,
I
but-
will sleep great, and I'll be a great help in the morning during the daytime hours.
Or I'll take him in another room, maybe the living room. Like, I'm not sleeping in your closet
I'm not. No,
on a twin mattress. And she's like, well, their closet's really big. I'm like, no, it's
that
not.
wasn't a twin mattress. That was their dog bed from downstairs brought upstairs. That's all that was. That was not a mattress.
I was like, it didn't look that big.
So Robyn, of course, is taking a little nap now. They're like, oh, yeah, Robyn's sleeping. Jezebel shows up, and I thought, you know what? If someone needs a haircut, she's got beautiful hair, but at a certain
She does,
point,
but it's like down to her knees.
it's real. I'm like,
There was
imagine
just
the
a spotting
amount of
of
hair in her shower.
there was just a spotting of her with Kody and Truly and
Mhm.
Tony,
Yeah.
odd pairing,
Okay.
at Barnes and Noble together.
Okay.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
She has her hair in those bubble things.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it's pigtails, bubble, ponies all the way down. I mean, it's like down to her knees, still in ponytails.
Is she a
It
Duggar?
looked like Xena Warrior Princess or something.
I think Michelle Duggar.
It was an interesting look.
Oh, I'm not really excited about
she's a beautiful girl, but it's too long.
Beautiful girl, but we don't love that. So Avalon is pissed. Now, Tony and Mykelti think that she's pissed because they've brought home these 2 new babies. But I honestly feel like she looked up and she was like, this is my fucking life now. I got my dad has a dew fridge. My mom is sitting there full snatch out on television. Like, I don't want to be a fucking part of this. I didn't sign up for this.
She's like, much like the other Brown children, I don't want to be on the show.
No, I'm just like, sorry. It's like.
She's been talking to Daddy Logan and Michelle. She's like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah. She's like, you're not paying me to be here. And this is the craziest part about all this. I guarantee you, Mykelti and Tony are not being paid a lick for any of this.
You don't think they're getting paid?
I doubt it.
They're like the main people we're seeing. I feel like they negotiated something.
Maybe a case of Mountain Dew, a Taco Bell gift card, something.
I think we need to get down to the bottom of this.
Like, I really do think that they're not getting. If they are getting paid, if they're getting paid, it's not much in comparison to what everyone else is getting paid.
Wow.
And they are our storyline so far, 4 episodes in.
They should do a strike. They should be like, we're not filming unless you pay us, because they need them.
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked to find out Mykelti pays to film. Like, she's like, I
provide lunch for the crew. Little Caesars for everybody.
Little Caesars for everybody. Mountain Dews all around, and we're good to go. Let's go.
Just keep my name in lights, you know?
And honestly, I would do the same. It's like I want to be on TV so bad. So I get it. I see you, Mykelti.
Wow.
Robyn comes in. Now, she is disheveled. You can tell she slept in the closet.
Oh, yeah. I believe Robyn to be someone who needs like 24 hours of sleep every day.
Right.
So I think
she's one day on, one day off.
This is a lot for her.
Yeah. And she comes out and I was just like, wow, okay. She's wearing a Mama Bear shirt. Now, I found the shirt because I was trying to put some pieces together for another part of the episode.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this blouse is from the company Life is Good, which can be found at Kohl's and Dillard's.
Oh, okay. Is Life is Good that like kind of camping brand?
Yeah, okay. Real ugly shit.
Yeah, they have like little people. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's what this blouse was. Which I've always said, she shops at Dillard's, she shops at Kohl's. Here we have the evidence of that. But it didn't bring the full circle moment that I'll get to later on in the episode. But you know what? It is what it is.
I can't wait to hear what you have for us.
So Christine and Robyn are interacting. That feels good. Just to see them in the same room.
It's so, you can feel the tension. It's so awkward. But I feel like Mykelti's like, too bad.
I'm gonna say something that like, come for me. I allow you to come for me because I must be feeling sick.
Okay. Well, last week you were a fan of Meri, so
right. This week I'm here to say that like, is Robyn not so awful?
No.
Okay. No, just needed to check.
Are you gonna like when we get towards the end here? Are you gonna be on her side?
No.
Are you believing any of the bullshit she's spewing?
Oh,
you're believing it.
I'm not fully believing it, but
okay. All right. When we get there, I'll remind you of all the things she's done.
Okay. Wow.
Don't let her fool you like that. Don't let her fool you. You know they watch the show, right?
Yeah.
They watch it back and they figure out how to try and make themselves look better.
Okay. Well, but we've been watching the show and she's never made herself look better before.
Okay. Well, she's trying hard now because everyone hates her.
Everyone's hated her from the beginning. No one's ever been like a Robyn
She's awful.
fan.
Okay.
Okay. All right. In good news, Mykelti's milk has come in and she's like, the babies, they love it. They're just like,
they're really enjoying it.
They really want it. And then for some reason, she's talking about how the baby's like, I want it. Oh yeah, give me that milk, mama. And then they pan to Tony. And I was like, he's been sneaking some.
Tony also loves it. It's great for
Tony loves to breastfeed.
He puts a little extra cream on his Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Sometimes he's
doing like the Mormon wives thing, you know,
yes,
the soda shop.
The creamer.
He's adding creamer to his soda.
I just felt like I don't know why, but it was like they panned right to him when she said that. And I was like, I felt like he was going to have a milk mustache. Like, you're just going to be like, oh, yeah, no, the babies are loving it.
Me too.
And this is coming from someone who sucked your tit to try and get your clogged duct. You know, I get it. Been there, done it. But I felt like he was doing it more for
the taste, the creamer.
The creamer. Yeah. Tony's like, you know, last night Robyn was a fucking prophet. She was like, I feel like these babies, they need to poop. And then she pulls down their diaper, and then bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, the babies are shit.
There's like 3 diapers full of shit later. Cured.
I was like, oh, okay, wow. Again, like we are in the midst of a family falling apart at every which way. And we are dedicating so much time to talk about Ace and Archer's shit. And Tony.
There's nothing else to film.
There is, though.
But that anyone will do.
Guys, if you missed it, sucks to be you. But TLC put out a survey in regards to Sister Wives and the things that we want to see. Who's our favorite cast members?
I think they're listening to the podcast. I think they're reading the Reddits. I think they know that everyone is sick of what they're doing.
And it was basically like every time you could type an answer, I was like, make them interact with each other.
It was a good survey, though. It was like, rate your favorite cast members. Who do you want to see more of? Are you sick of this storyline? Do you want them to sit together on a couch?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all I want.
It was like, do you hate that they do individual confessionals?
Here's the thing. They could save so much money by just bringing everyone over to Kody and Robyn's house, making them sit on that big ass couch they have, and just setting up an iPhone to film that. And I would be like, I would take this over the one-on-ones.
Same.
Get rid of Sukanya. We don't need everyone coming in and out. No.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I have hope that maybe this season they will all sit on a couch together at the end. Because they're all interacting this season. They're pushing them to do it, I think. Remember, we know they're all going to be together. They were all at the wedding together.
Yes.
Now they're going to be at like...
Well, they were at the wedding together that we didn't get to see.
They were... Most of them, some of them were at Mykelti's baby shower together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they're going to be at Gwen's engagement party together.
Okay.
That's where they meet David.
Okay.
So there is going to be interaction. So I feel like you can be like, well, you're also going to have to interact at the end.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Also, if you didn't, we said this on Patreon, but we didn't say it here yet. Michelle Petty Brown came out and said, yeah, we asked them to not like talk about it too much or anything. We didn't know it was going to be a 20-minute storyline.
But she also said we did not say that they couldn't say our names.
Right.
Like that was all them.
No, but I sounded
like
she was pissed. So Tony's bragging about Robyn's poop skills, and he's like, wow, those babies were shitting. Honestly, it was just like diaper after diaper. And Christine is like, oh, wow, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Robyn's the baby whisperer now.
And she smiles so big, but then a second she turns away from Robyn, dead face.
I feel like she's pissed that Robyn is kind of the favorite right now.
Oh, yeah. When
she's
she
like,
found
I'll
out,
sleep on the twin mattress in your closet.
When she found out that Robyn got those babies to take a binky, oh, wow.
I was like, yeah, Robyn knows how to give a binky. We've seen it.
Listen,
they might have it till they're 10, but she's a good binky pusher.
Honestly, I forgot to look for it, but I guarantee you on that Thanksgiving table, there was a bink.
In the flashback, we had it.
Oh, she got him on the
Front and
binky.
center,
The bigger problem here is getting it off the binky.
Yeah. She's like, I'm a binky pusher.
Yeah. Because, Christine was like, do you think they'll like stay on it? And she's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know how to do that.
I know how to do
I know how to get someone addicted to a binky.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's kind of my claim to fame.
Yeah.
Aurora still takes hers.
What's really sad Aurora does definitely.
In between corn dogs, Saul likes a suck.
Oh, yeah. He loves a little suckle. What's really sad but also hilarious is at the end of all this, Robyn's like, I'm just so glad that me and Christine can come together. We can co-grandparent. I think this is the start of something new. And then we go to Christine, who's like, yeah, it was fucking awkward.
She's like, yeah, I don't want to have to do that anymore.
We're not on good terms. So yeah, it's awkward, but we're just going to put it to the side for Mykelti, I guess.
She doesn't want, I feel like at this point, Christine's like, we can be in the same room, but I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah.
She's like, I never want to mend the relationship.
She's done.
No. I wouldn't want to either if I was
just
her.
love how Robyn apparently
She
can't
felt
read a
positive.
room. She was like, oh God, you know what? I think
Robyn can't read or read a room.
Yeah. She's like, I think me and Christine might be sitting in those chairs after all on the porch.
You want to come over and rock with us?
Come on over and rock. Yeah. We get a scene of Robyn self-recording in her car. Okay, now
on her way home
after she's left, and she's like, I don't even know how I'm gonna wake up every day without these kids. I was like, you were there for like what, 2 days?
Yeah.
Like, move on, bitch. Stop being a stage 5 clinger.
You have your own kids.
Seriously, move the fuck on. You got other kids
you
to
need
breastfeed.
Sleep, honey.
Yeah, you're tired. I don't know how you're driving home right now. Well, I don't know why I got so fixated.
Because this is what we do.
And I do have a special talent. I can find anything.
Mhm.
If I see
there's a little bit of background, you're like, I will find out where
I
they're
will
at.
find it, and I will find out where Robyn was.
You can find
recording
anyone's
this.
address.
Yep, I can do it all.
Yep.
And it's just give me a little pube, and I'll get a full.
Because these are the
weave.
hard hitting things we need to learn.
That was a
They don't give us
Did you just hear what I said?
What?
I said, you give me a pube, and I'll give you a full weave. That's disgusting.
It's disgusting, and I totally just ignored what you were saying.
You always do, but that's okay. Yeah. So
I was gonna say the show gives us nothing, so we need to
right.
we need to make a mountain out of a molehill.
That is. So, guys, with some investigating, I figured out where she was. She is in American Fork, Utah.
Okay.
She's out front of a Cafe Zupas.
Mm-hmm.
Behind her is a Key Bank. Also right there in that parking lot is an In-N-Out Burger.
Okay.
But here's the thing, where she's parked at, and then in the other way is like a Jeep dealership.
Okay.
Where she's parked at, it doesn't, and with the way the parking lot is, it doesn't seem like she went to Cafe Zupas. There also used to be a Zaxby's there, but it's permanently closed now.
Okay. Do we think she's more of a you pick two girl or a double?
Is Zupas is a you pick two, or
it's
that's
kind of
Panera?
like it.
Gotcha. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if she went to either of those places.
Okay.
Because you know what else is around here?
Kohl's.
Maurice's.
Oh.
Maurice's is why I was trying to find the shirt, because I'm like, if this shirt is sold at Maurice's, like it's all coming together for
Full
me.
circle.
Because here's the thing, guys. You know, this is a little tea from the Patreon coming to you.
There's more where this came from. But
there's more where this came from. But
behind closed doors.
as we all know, I did purchase Kody's little white sports car, and it was
came full of
treasure troves. But in there was like a Maurice's loyalty card,
punch card, where like every $10 you get a punch, and there was like
a
50 punches.
We could have taken it to cash it in.
Yeah.
So I just feel like she's like, you know what? On my way home, Arizona doesn't have a Maurice's that I know of.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
but not Flagstaff.
No.
She's like, you know, that one in American Fork is one of my favorite ones.
She's like, I miss my old Maurice's.
Mm-hmm.
I used to come here all the time.
I think she went to Maurice's, then maybe got In-N-Out, and then took her video.
Oh my god.
I think she was like, I need to shop.
Okay.
I need to shop. Because I mean,
she's like, I'm free. I don't have any kids. Kody's not here to manage what I'm buying.
I spent and this is not interesting. I understand that.
No,
I understand this is not interesting to anyone but me.
Oh, and our kind of people.
Mm-hmm. I spent time going.
You spent about 2 hours trying to.
Not 2 hours, Caitlin. That's a lie.
Interrupted 2 hours.
No, I spent like an hour.
Okay.
Ish.
But you found it.
I found
it. Determined.
And now I figured out where she was, and it feels good for why I don't know. Why I know that she was at Maurice's on her way home, because I knew she had to shop.
She loves to shop.
That Armada was full of shit.
She has to spend Christine and Janelle's money.
The way that I would have lost it if I could have saw just like the sliver of a Maurice's bag in the back.
God.
Oh, that would have been full circle.
And a Dillard's and a Kohl's next to it. Like she went on a full shopping spree.
Yeah. So it's not important. It's not important at all.
Much like we needed to know what Kody brought Tony in the green bag.
Right.
Which is solved. Yeah. You know? So this had to be solved too.
I don't know why it sat with me for so long, but it's like, I have to find it. I'm zooming in on the screen. I'm like trying to find, and it's blown out. You can't tell what it is, but
you got it.
I got it. Yeah, so. Kody's talks about how he's having a difficult time connecting with his kids, you know, and he's hoping that the birth of these twins is really just going to kind of like bring everyone together. He's got to go see those babies. I'm like, you have other grandkids you've never seen. Okay. Like, I don't know why you think these losers are going to be the thing that brings you together. Because also, Avalon has been alive for how long?
Yeah.
You know, there was another baby that you could have come and saw, but no. I mean, I think that they've seen Avalon more, but I think that's more so because Mykelti came to them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now it's time for Thanksgiving, everyone's favorite holiday.
Where we self-filmed from a couple different locations. We had Flagstaff, Salt Lake, which is actually Lehigh, and Vegas. Yes.
Vegas. Yeah. Let's start in Flagstaff. Where Kody is cutting up a what was plateful. Hey, Daddy, I would like some chicken.
He's like,
I would
you
like
want
some turkey,
piece?
please.
I'm like, why can't she get her own pieces of turkey?
Get up off your ass, you fucking adult, and get your own turkey.
She's in her 20s.
She's honestly at this point like 45 years old. She's 45 years old, unmarried, unrelationshiped, and Daddy's having to pick out which piece of meat. And he's like, oh, and not too much fat on there. She's too chewy for her. Okay, well, let me get your... get up off of your ass and get your own
Daddy,
damn
can
turkey.
you slice me some?
Daddy, I don't know how to use a fork, Dada. It's too hard for me,
I'm like,
Dada.
I feel like Ariola got her own plate, and it's like Aurora can't.
Well, yeah, because Ariola said, "You guys take what you want. I'm going to take the whole
take the
bird.
rest of the
I'll take it out
turkey.
back." All
I need the
right.
protein.
God,
I am
damn.
6'7".
It's just I don't under. It's like I would not have been shocked to see a Wawa in a bib.
Do we think that Robyn has like Munchausen? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Like, does she? The children are kept young.
What's
you know?
so weird is in the Brown family, we force these kids to grow up and be parents to the younger kids. But in the
and then they
this
were kicked
Brown
out at
family,
18.
it's like keep them as young as possible.
Yeah, it's like, do you want a dolly? Like, do you want to play babies with me? Like,
I'm telling you right now that Awoa still likes to play Barbies, and she's like, "Oh,
I just play with my little
Ariola,
sister.
do you want to play?" And she's like, "Yeah, I love to kill the Barbies, and I like to put them in funny sex positions." You know,
all of her babies have their heads cut off.
oh, for sure, or like their eyes stabbed out, or something. You know who Ariola is? She's Sid from Toy Story.
Yes,
like all of her toys are like dysfunctioned and like fucked up.
She's like, I chopped their limbs up.
Yeah, it's just like
I dismembered them.
Oh my goodness.
Buried him in the backyard.
So, like I said, Kody says to Saul, he's like, I guess we'll worry about you later. And I see his plate. He's got like 3 veggies on it and a crescent. Enough room for some mini corn dogs. He's got corn dogs coming.
They weren't the minis.
Oh, okay.
They were the regular
He's got a big
dogs.
corn dog coming his way.
Now, I saw something on Reddit that said that the reason that Robyn had that, like, please ask Robyn or Mindy before you take food, was that her kids have a lot of food preferences and allergies, and so they didn't want the other kids taking the only foods that her kids could eat. So I was like, so is that
there's a difference between the foods you can eat and the foods that you will eat. I just want to point that out. There's a big difference between those two
I'm
words.
like, what kind of food allergy falls under only eating corn dogs?
It's just a preference. It's just that he's a little psychopath, and she never was like,
no one else is allowed to eat the corn dogs. Okay. Saul needs those. He hardly eats. Look at him.
Look, honestly, he's so malnourished. I was like, please. Robyn's dining set is the China is a Royal Albert. It's called the Old Country Roses design. Okay. I also felt the need to Google this. I don't know why.
Did we get a price on it?
It's all across the board, but she had multiple sets. Yeah. So I think we're looking around somewhere between $1,200 to $2,000.
Wow. And probably at Janelle's house, we're eating off paper plates.
Oh, for sure. She's like, let us not mess with cleaning up. Just throw that shit away.
No one wants to do dishes, right?
No. Honestly, though, like I'm a paper plates guy.
Yeah.
I love a paper
plate.
Fancy
ones.
Yeah. Kody's like, oh, it feels so good. We've never had this before. Just me, Robyn, and our kids, because always fucking Meri was hanging around.
When he says, like, I couldn't be, like romantic and whatever with Robyn, I'm like, what were you gonna do? Put her on the counter and eat her turkey?
Yeah, like, I think so. I think
in front of the kids? Like, what is so sexual that you can't do in front of Meri?
I'm like, what? You gonna like oil check her?
Yeah, I was like,
give a little.
You can't
sniff?
have a dinner without like what banging her? Like I don't know. It sounded so weird.
Robyn does that because she's very sensitive for people. She really feels for people.
I'm like, you guys can't go a couple hours out without making out. Like, it's so weird.
It's just.
Plus, we never see them have any PDA, really.
No.
So what's okay? Poor Meri
can't put his arm around her.
Also,
can't behave like a married couple.
In the background, I have to say, they cleared that house out so much for the Zillow listing pictures because they had like extra couches we didn't see, all these things that weren't in the pictures. So I'm like, there is so many storage units full of their shit.
Meri says that she had some plans to go to California, but then they didn't pan out. So 1, she was going to Disneyland. Obviously, we know that. But 2,
probably with her bestie who did the steampunk design.
Yes. What's his name? Blair.
Probably with Blair.
Blair and Meri were going up to Disneyland to have a little girls' weekend for sure. And she's like, but I don't really want to be a third wheel for Kody, and I want him to like, he's probably thinking, oh, where's that Rice Krispie turkey?
I'm sure he's missing my turkey.
Someone said Rice Krispies are not actually gluten-free.
What?
Yeah.
She's been poisoning Kody
slowly. Ariela's outfit. Now that was a choice.
Yeah.
Like it was just.
It's always a choice.
It's always a choice. Mm-hmm. And she's at this point, I did the math. She's 7 years old.
Yeah.
And she's still like.
Why is she?
She talks gibberish.
Yeah.
She was like, I think I want to drink, but I don't know what to drink.
I want to drink, but I don't know what.
What the fuck did you say? You know, I'm like, what? I didn't understand a thing she said.
Not sure, but Robyn thought Meri was going to celebrate with her kids.
Yeah.
Do you think everyone ditched Meri?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think honestly, I feel like Meri was putting out like text everyone like, hey, what you doing this Thursday? And they're like, oh, we're celebrating Thanksgiving.
She's like, oh yeah, me too. Me too. I'm definitely going.
Me too. Oh,
I don't even want to celebrate with anyone because I'm celebrating with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, me and Mickey are gonna have the best time at Disneyland, right, Blair? And Blair's like, actually, sorry, Meri, I didn't realize we set this up for Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna be able to go.
Don't you have somewhere to be, Meri? Don't you have any friends or family you can go to?
No. She lives in that
She's
big
like,
house
I
all
will
alone.
be in Parowan with the ghost of Bonnie.
Oh. No, she was in Flag.
I know, with nobody wearing her outrake in her shirt with her shirt that said "Not for everybody," and I thought she should have changed it to "Not for anybody."
Did you workshop that?
No,
that was pretty funny. Not for anybody.
Yeah,
I'd like a blouse that says
because
that.
she's out there as she's saying like nobody wanted her for Thanksgiving in that shirt. And
well,
I was like,
Caitlin,
not for
later
anybody.
on, she comes out to say that actually she was sick. And
no, she wasn't.
This is how I know she's lying because she self-records herself in bed. She clicks record and then goes, like, no, you would have coughed before you clicked record.
It's like when you're in elementary school and you don't get invited and you're like, well, I couldn't go anyways. I was sick. You know, that was Meri.
That was me all the time. That's my whole childhood.
I'm sick. Yeah. It's not that I wasn't invited. It's just that I was sick.
Oh, yeah. No.
That's what Meri was doing. She's like, it's not that no one wanted me.
I wasn't invited, but even if I was, I wouldn't have wanted to go.
I had COVID and I wouldn't want to give that to Meri or to Robyn and Kody again.
Production
they
again,
made
though,
it the first
while
time.
they did not show us Janelle with Maxine and Francine, they still felt the need to do her dirty. And it's like, is Janelle a diva behind the scenes?
I don't think so.
Because they are doing her so dirty. They decided to put up this picture of all the wives together with like a birthday cake or something. It's in Robyn's first house in Flagstaff.
They're also in matching shirts.
Yes, that's not Janelle.
Okay.
She was like, I'm not doing that shit. It says home is where your wives are.
Okay.
But Janelle's the one lighting the candles and she's got that tongue just all the way up to her nose.
Janelle lives with that tongue out.
Girl. And I'm just like, production, why are you using this? It didn't even make sense with the storyline, but you're like,
I don't think she's a diva. I think they just don't even pay attention to the picture they put up or the B-roll footage.
If I was Janelle, I'm immediately getting on my phone, being like, get over here now. We're shooting more B-roll footage.
You know who's even lazier than Puddle Monkey, though?
Janelle. True.
She doesn't even notice.
Janelle doesn't watch the show.
No, I don't think she does.
She's like, what's on Sunday night?
I don't really care. She's like, what? I'm going to see people talk shit about me behind my back.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me any.
Don't need to do that. So yeah, Meri was like, I was planning on just getting caught up with my work. What do you got to do? You're not going to do a live sale.
Live LuLaRoe on Thanksgiving.
Comment Panda to wake up the system. Yes.
We're doing
Cheryl, I said there's no 7Xs available in this. I said we have 1X to 6X. There's no 7X available in your size.
Use special code word turkey for 10% off today.
You know what? If the code doesn't work, it's not my fault. You just pay the full price then. These are luxury items. Comment Panda to wake up. Blocked. You're blocked. You're
Meri,
blocked.
I hate you on the... Okay, blocked. I feel like she starts to read comments that are like mean and then she's like, oh shit.
Meri, I think that you're pretty fucking bitch. Oh, block. Block.
Jen, get in here. I need you.
Ladies in the comments, let me know who I need to block later. Seriously.
We're not talking about a certain show, okay?
But apparently she gets sick and she's like, this I think was my body's way of just saying like, you need to slow down, Meri. I'm like, what do you do all fucking day?
Actually, she said this is my body's way of like deciding what I need to do. I'm like, you're gonna divorce Kody, we know this already. I feel like she's like, should I or shouldn't I, I
guarantee you Meri sits outside with little flowers and is like, he loves me not. And she works until it ends and he loves me.
I feel like she sends him old clips of the show and is like, remember this time? We had so much fun.
But again, it shows up green because she's blocked.
And she just thinks he has an Android.
Yeah. Poor Meri. Yeah, I think she even does like too, like she goes and she books an appointment with like Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium. And she's like, oh, there's a woman coming through. Not much of a hairline. She's like, that's my mom. Okay. And she's like, oh, your mom said she's so proud of you. She loves what you've done with the place. She's like, does she say anything about Kody or not? I don't give a fuck. Mom.
So do you see Love in My am I gonna get back together with an ex?
She's like, no, I
I'm
don't
not
see
seeing
that at all. She's like, you're a fake. You're a fraud. Blocked.
Done with you. You can't be part of my symposium.
I also love too that Meri's like, I don't feel the need to tell the rest of the family what's going on with me and Kody.
I'm like, you don't feel the need because no one talks to you.
She doesn't feel the need because she's like, well, I don't want to get the cat out of the bag too early. Like we could always, sometimes you can put the cat back in the bag. You can put the toothpaste back in if you work really hard. You can put the toothpaste back in the tube if you just work really hard.
I don't want to speak too soon in case there's a chance of Kody.
I'm like, that's why you're not telling everybody.
No, it's because no one even has her number. She's blocked by everyone.
And she's like, I don't need a big production. As if we didn't see her do a giant post on Instagram with the nature background. Give me a fucking break. Are you fucking kidding me?
Poor Meri.
I also love when Christine was like,
alone again.
I don't really know what Meri did for Meri. I don't even know where Meri lives. No, we don't talk at all.
Meri? Who's Meri?
Not one bit. And Janelle was like,
she's like, I hope she found someone to spend it with, but it wasn't any of them.
I've been hoping for a long time that, Meri does something different. And I hope that this is that year she does something different. Come to find out, she just listened to Mel Robbins in her empty house.
I know.
Maybe watched a couple porns.
It's not that no one wants me. It's just that I'm sick, right? I'm really sick, I think.
Yeah. Now, over at Mykelti's for Thanksgiving, we've got Gwen and Bia. Bia was able to get a day off her shift at Olive Garden, which I think is probably a big day for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everyone wants an Alfredo.
She had to put this in very
endless
early.
Pasta.
Endless pasta on Thanksgiving.
Breadsticks.
And I also find it so weird that Christine was like, I love them together. They're so good together. I'd be fine if they got married. Not I'd be excited if I'd be fine if they got married. Oh, wow. Don't
oversell it
too much. For this Thanksgiving, we've got Jezebel, Aspen, Mitch, Tony's parents, Antonio, his dad. And I was like, his name is Antonio.
Yeah.
Right?
Antonio and
Antonio Jr.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
As a junior myself, he's an AJ. I'm an AJ. Wow.
Rigatoni.
Did anyone else catch Truly scooping her mashed potatoes?
No.
So she scoops these mashed potatoes that are thick. Like they're not, and she's shaking them off the spoon. They won't come off. And they just flop onto her plate on the edge. And I'm like, she barely caught those mashed potatoes. And I thought I don't know how they didn't fall to the ground. I don't know.
Did she get a big helping? That's the best part of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
The potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite part. That's the only part I like about Thanksgiving. Bio dressed up for the occasion. Mm-hmm. She definitely looked good.
She wore a champion sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm. The pulled back low pony as usual.
Yeah.
Her costume.
Yep.
Her
nothing fancy here.
No, nothing fancy. No. Gwen looked cute.
Yeah.
I know Gwen had talked about like being in this season, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Well, no, because we're gonna have her engagement party.
So they say. We don't know.
It's where David and Kody meet.
I'm gonna drop a little bit of information for everybody. Just a little something, a little tidbit for everybody. We get screeners for this. Now sometimes we will see that like, oh, it was revised on a certain date or whatever. Every episode so far has been revised in August. Something happened in August where they said, back to the drawing board, we got to fix some shit.
Do you think it's that, or you think they like review them before they come out?
No, because I'm telling you, other seasons, it was like there'd be one per season that was like that.
Oh, okay.
All of these episodes have changed.
Okay. I think I know why.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that I don't know.
Okay. I feel like they probably edited Garrison scenes out. If I had to guess, hopefully out of respect.
Maybe, but also like August seems like it was kind of a late moment to do that when the season was premiering in September.
Well, that's Puddle Monkey.
Okay. Well,
last minute on everything.
I guess.
We need to get back through those files.
Over in Vegas, Janelle is having Thanksgiving with Logan, but we're not at Logan's house.
No, they tried to pretend we were at Logan and Michelle's, but
I don't know if this was Janelle's Airbnb or if this is a family member, but I think as soon as she gets to a place, much like Meri likes to rent the hotel rooms on each side of her for the emptiness, Janelle immediately was like, whoa. Why is this kitchen counter so empty? She pulled out every appliance. And
she's like, get every appliance on the countertop for me. I need.
Is this a thing? Do people just have tons of appliances out?
I think so.
Put your appliances
People
away.
don't have enough storage, I guess. Well, or too many appliances.
Why do you need all these appliances? Get rid of the appliances.
Get like an 8-in-1 air fryer, toaster oven thing.
Smoothie maker, like just It does it all.
Yeah, I know. We need to combine some more.
It felt like we were at
I
her
felt like we might
place.
have been at a family member of Janelle's because there was like kid pictures on the fridge.
It
That's
wasn't
not
a
an
nice Airbnb,
No.
which
But it also
is
wasn't
fitting.
Logan and Michelle's house. So like,
No.
why are we lying about these
now
things?
Peyton's here. And this brings into question the whole Peyton versus Gwen, Christine's wedding situation.
Mhm.
Now, Peyton, who lives in Utah, had to drive out of Utah because Gwen was driving up from Flagstaff to Utah. And
They can't even be in the same state. Gwen's
No.
like, I'm reserving Utah.
Yep. And he had to go down to Vegas. And
You need to get out of Utah.
and I really do feel like Peyton has everything to do with why Gwen did not go to the wedding.
I think so.
I think that she was like, you're having him walk you down the aisle? No, I'm not going to stand for that.
I believe that's what it was. I think that was her stand. She
And
put
again,
her
I
foot
wish
down.
that we got more of this, where like instead we're talking about Ace and Archer shitting their pants and Robyn changing them and sleeping in the closet when we could be talking about why are they not in the same house?
People thought that Gwen unfollowed Christine on Instagram recently.
Yeah.
But then Janelle just came out and said like her, Christine, David, and Gwen all went like
And Bia.
stargazing. Yeah. And
Mhm.
Bia.
Bia.
So I don't think that was it. So I think Gwen's okay with Christine now.
Yeah.
But I think that she put her foot down about the wedding because Peyton was walking her down.
And I'm
the aisle.
sure they weren't good for a while.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure they've made up by now.
I love Janelle is just, you know what I love about Janelle so much? She's a sniper from the side. Because she's like, honestly, I am so happy to have a small group. It is so nice actually being with people I want to be with. She's always, the thing with Janelle, she's always such a bitch in the nicest way.
I know.
Like, it's just like the people I actually
It's like
want
you
to
can't
be
be
with.
that mad at her.
No,
You're
you
like,
can't.
Okay, true.
No, and she plays it off like she didn't say anything awful, but that was pretty bad. But she does it with ease and grace. It's beautiful. I love that about her. Unfortunately, this episode, we have to talk about Christine's date with David, which
She doesn't usually talk about her first dates, but this one was so good she had to get on herself filming.
right?
And let us know. Yeah.
Isn't that what you think?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you think?
It's wrong.
Isn't that what
wrong.
you think? Christine had a great date with David. She came home right away and was like, I need to film this. This is crazy. I'm gonna refold my folded laundry here on the couch. Okay. Well, tell me this.
She already engaged.
Riddle my tits this. Because why is it that this scene is the exact same scene that can be seen on her Instagram from June 19th, her and David sitting on the couch watching the Celtics game? Why is that? Do you see this is where she was sitting on this couch with this tree in the background in that corner. That's where she was sitting. They already lived together when she filmed this. And she acted like she just got home. She is so Twitter-pated and so excited about her date with David.
So you think that they were like, oh, you need to go back and like, we're going to introduce David.
And this makes me think, what happened in August? I feel like they were like, Christine, we need more stuff of you. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm
Okay.
going to.
Okay.
Because next week, after date 2, that's filmed in her driveway that she shares with David. The house is in the background of their
The
current
house
neighbors.
that they built together.
The house they built together, but it's only date 2. It's driving me insane. I know that maybe other people aren't seeing this, but Puddle Monkey, I see it. And then I come here and I tell everybody else about it.
You need to be like the editor for them of like catching them on lies. Be like,
Yes!
that's a lie.
That's
We
a
take that out."
lie.
Yeah.
The reason
I feel like they probably weren't filming much about David because we didn't know if he was going to last. And
that's
then
fine, but have her just talk about it in a confessional, not folding her already folded laundry, being like, honestly, at one point, I think she picked up David's panties, his Hanes, and she was like, oh, I'm just folding
Whose are
laundry.
these? This must have been Peyton.
She had to go. She had to take her ring off in order to shoot this. It's just it's maddening to me. And then next week when we see her in her car, I will.
She's in his truck.
She's not in his truck, but she is in a car that she's now driving. That's not her
Okay.
Telluride or whatever it was she had before. I believe that those were shot on the same day because she has her makeup done in the exact same way with the same lip color on. I think that she put her hair up in a ponytail and was like, now I'm going to shoot in the driveway.
She's like, give me anything you need me to film today. I look good. I got my face beat.
Yep. I got my glam squad
I'll
over,
go through a couple different
which is
scenes.
Jezebel. Jezebel came over and did my glam squad, and I'm going to do a couple of my scenes now.
I have a few hours before Truly's out of school.
And why this matters to me so much is because we are so far back in time. And then
Well,
we are
they've
scrambling.
Changed. They look different.
We are scrambling to get content for this show. I guarantee you these were filmed in early August.
I'm sure.
I promise you.
Shoot, we didn't really properly introduce David. Can you go back and just pretend you went on your first date with him?
It's just, it's maddening to me. It is. And here's the thing. People may disagree with me, but no, I did my work. I went Christine's house. I went and looked at the Zillow. There's not another spot for a second couch. The couch that she has in that house is the light brown, tannish, ugly one. Okay. So that's what she has in that house. David's house. I didn't see what couch he had, but the couch they have in their current house is not this couch. And I was like, shoot, where is this couch from? But then I found this clip. I think it's in their basement.
They have 2 couches.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So sorry. And the tree is right behind it, just like it's set up in this shot.
I think everybody believes you. I don't think anyone was arguing.
If you were arguing, I've got my points. I screenshot
I don't think anyone else cared enough to look.
But so also,
we'll just believe you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just,
I don't know if anyone else is as mad as you.
I am worked up because it's just like, you guys are so fucking lazy over there. So
lazy.
This show is making so much money. And can we just do
Mykelti's
our job?
For free.
Mykelti's paying to be here. And you guys can't do your fucking job. And it's like, I don't understand, like season 19.
I would love for Mykelti to have to like put the babies back in onesies and like a hat, even though they're like 9 months old. She's like, we just she has dolls.
They tell Avalon to start crawling around. Just got to go back in time.
Wait a second.
She's going to have 18-year-old boys in onesies and be like, oh, the boys are fighting again.
Get in your crib. They're like climbing over That's going to be fun when it's really obvious.
It really does make me upset.
I know it does.
Really
You're heated.
Does. I'm heated.
I feel the warmth.
I don't like being lied to. And it's like, I know that reality TV is not always real. I understand that. But at least don't make it easy for me to spot it.
Try harder.
Try harder. Seriously. Again, I am putting this out there. If anyone at TLC or Puddle Monkey wants me to come on, I'm willing to do this for free.
You'll work just like Mykelti will.
I will work just like Mykelti for free, and I will help you because also it behooves me for this to go well because this is my livelihood now. I'm riding the coattails of people who aren't trying very hard. You know?
We should be trying harder than you.
No! But it's just, so... That's that. Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Let's move on from
I'm
that.
really heated.
I know.
Anyway, she's like, and first thing I told him was, your eyes are beautiful.
Like, his pictures didn't even do it justice.
Now, as someone who found David Woolley Brown before he was announced to everybody because of a source that helped me get there.
Yeah.
I saw his Facebook page and there was no cute pictures in sight. No. And so I'm like, what did he have on his dating profile that wasn't like up on his Facebook? Like she was like, he had these amazing pictures.
It was the same ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what it was? He had a picture with the Minnie Mouse Disneyland mug with his granddaughter. And I feel like she was like, holy shit.
She's like, that's my man.
Disneyland adult. Oh man, my panties are wet. I also find it weird they met at a breakfast place.
Well, they wanted to keep it cash. Maybe.
I just
feel like in Utah, you probably don't go out late.
Well, no, but lunch is better than a breakfast. Oh. Breakfast is a big commitment. I don't like breakfast.
I think breakfast is the least commitment.
Not for me.
Okay.
Not because I'm not always going to have breakfast. Like that's assuming a lot about a person and say you're going to have breakfast.
What do you think they got?
Pancakes.
Did you not do the research?
No, I didn't. I at some point.
Thanks for coming here with nothing.
At some point, I had to throw a towel in. She also refers to him and she's like, he's a man.
Not like Kody. He's a little bitch boy.
He's got 8 kids. And then Christine's like, I was so sad. I had to tell him I only had 6 kids.
Just killed me.
Which
killed me.
I did do a little bit more research because I thought she was lying to us here because I know she's talked about this first date a million times. This was fact. I'm the fact checker. You know, we're having all these debates going on. I'm the fact checker. This was true. She said the second date is when she told him everything.
Okay.
But he already knew who she was going into the first date.
Yeah, because his daughter basically like stalked her and set him up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Janelle, once again, at her old house. No Maxine, no Francine. But the reason we're going to Janelle is because she wants to talk about her dating life.
Did we get an update? Did anyone figure out if the other dog's still with us?
No.
Made the move? Okay.
No, not sure.
Okay. No.
But she's like, honestly, I am not interested in dating. You know how Robyn always talks about the Kody roller coaster? Like, I'm fucking off that
She's
ride.
like, I am done with theme parks for
I
a
want
while.
smooth sailing. I just want to live my best fucking life, you know? And she's like, I'm just so happy. It's like, I can get up whenever I want. I'm like, 12.
She's like, I can do whatever I want and nobody cares what I'm doing.
You know, I can travel wherever I want. It's just, she's living her best life. So I'm happy for
I
her.
love that for her, but I do hope she finds love in the future.
Now, did my panties get a little bit wet when I saw the black screen with white letters that just read,
Yeah.
shortly before cameras arrived, Kody and Robyn had a heated exchange. Fade to black. Before tensions could escalate, Kody decided to go for a drive. Oh, I was just, it's not often on Sister Wives we get a black screen, white letters.
No, not often.
So I was like, oh, wow,
I
my
loved
panties are
that
soaked.
for a minute until I'm sorry, I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I think this was all planned.
Okay.
This
but
was a master plan.
here's the thing, and I do want to come to their defense a smidge, because a lot of people are saying, oh, this was totally staged and this was after everything happened with Garrison. It snowed. It's not possible.
Yeah.
This was not shot after that.
I don't think it was. But I do think it was masterminded by them.
Okay. I will say this is the one and only time I have seen a tear actually fall from Robyn's eye. So either she's getting better at acting,
She took a class,
or I don't know if Coyote Pass Community Theater is
I don't
paying
know if they
off.
offer classes at Maurice's, but
For some reason, she did drop an actual tear.
okay.
So
Also, how long did you get the timestamps on this conversation?
no, because we were outside.
Okay.
We didn't get to go inside and have the clock that he bought her for Mother's Day years ago.
Okay.
Where I could tell the time.
No, I just meant on the show.
Oh, what do you
Did
mean?
you time how long this was? It was like 3/4 of the episode.
It was 3/4 of the episode, but it was also filled with confessionals talking
True.
about it.
I was just like, I don't think we've ever had something go on this long. On
I
the
don't-
Show.
Here's the thing. You know, I clocked
They're like,
Janelle's
"We're not
fight
gonna
with
cut."
Kody,
Yes.
and it turned out we maybe missed about 1 minute of the entire fight.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened here.
Okay.
I think we got the whole
We got the entire
enchilada.
thing. They were like, let's not cut it. Just show the
Watching
whole thing.
Robyn frantically come sprinting out of the house because she's like, cameras aren't coming inside. She's like flying down that driveway.
Just trying not to slip. And
Yeah. And Kody flies up that driveway
Yeah, he does.
so fast. And I know that house, right where he parked that truck,
yeah.
there is a big spot of the house taken out. Someone hit it. And I think this is right here, right now.
He comes flying in often.
Oh my.
Heated.
And the driveway wasn't heated at this point. It wasn't working. They had to get that redone.
So he drove up in the snow.
Yeah,
He
he
slid right in.
flies up. And I was like, settle down, Johnny Appleseed. Wow.
He wanted it to make it look believable that he was heated.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Robyn is upset, allegedly. We don't know if this is real or not, that Cody's not reaching out more to his kids. And Kody is upset because, you know, these people are causing a rift in my relationship with my one true love, Robyn.
The fact that he could care less about what she has to say. And he's like, we should just focus on us, baby.
How about we fuck?
I can't believe they're fucking with our marriage.
Now,
You're all I care about.
I went back and I counted.
Okay.
5 times during this conversation, Kody feels the need to say he never loved his other wives. 5 times. But then he gets upset when gossip girl Maddie goes and tells Janelle, I never loved her. I never said that. Actually, I said I love her. We just watched you 5 times say you don't love her. You don't love any of them.
I believe this confirmed that Janelle does not watch the show and Maddie does and reports back. That's what Cody's talking about. Her gossiping. He's like, she watched the show. She called Janelle and she's like, Dad said in his confessional he didn't love you. And she's like, I don't care about that shit.
So before we start the conversation, Robyn does have to make sure this is a safe place. She's like, are you in a place where we can speak about
The
this?
way she handles him like he's a child drove me insane.
But also, I think this is why Kody likes Robyn.
Yes.
Because she uses...
She uses soft gloves on him. Is that the phrase?
I don't remember the phrase. It's
She
kid
handles
gloves.
him with kid gloves or
Kid
something.
gloves.
Baby
Soft
gloves. Soft hands.
A nice cashmere glove is how she handles him.
She even like at one point is like rubbing his shoulders and like taking his face like, baby, okay, just listen to what I'm saying.
Remember, we did our breathing techniques.
That is why he likes her, because she never puts up a fight. And she always like, I understand your side.
Right.
I'm loyal. Don't forget I'm loyal.
Right. But this is what almost made me feel like I was kind of
No,
going.
you weren't.
Just for a second, I was going to Robyn's side because I did feel like she had to be like, yes, Kody, I know, but, and she would come in with actual
Like she can
buts.
never actually say what she wants around him.
No, I don't think she can.
Like
I think that's why next week she's crying in the bathroom with her headphones in, having to whisper. She's like, guys, I'm really scared.
Cody's gonna beat me.
And we haven't seen the full scene yet, but
Yeah.
I imagine Kody just like,
On a
where is
rampage.
she?
After he slid in, hit the garage.
It's time to give me that pussy
Get in the purple bedroom.
right now and pull down them beige panties for
Ew.
me. Yeah, I think that's what was. And she's like, I'm sore.
I think these
I've got
two
hemorrhoids.
masterminded this plan.
Mm,
And Kody was like, the audience hates you, Robyn.
okay.
I'll take one for the team.
Okay.
Let's make it look like you care and you're trying to mend the relationships. I'll come in and be a little better.
Well, then let me say this.
Okay.
Robyn's PR team is doing a good job because I didn't hate her as much as I normally do.
All right.
I'll say that.
Agree to disagree.
I will say that. And there were times even when I was like, there's that old fucking bitch I know, because she was like, Kody, they've been fed lies. And I was like, shut your fucking mouth.
Yes.
But
Also, don't forget.
yeah.
She's like, you need to reach out. You need to be with your kids, whatever. But you can't leave these kids.
Right.
You can't even go to Jezebel's surgery because you can't be away from Areola.
Right. You know
So
what?
she keeps him from the kids. This was all bullshit.
So Cody brings up
I
the
hope I'm
wedding,
opening
the
your eyes.
mysterious wedding again. He's like, you know,
We went to a family. At least they said family wedding. this
family
time.
wedding this time. He's like, but honestly, probably because they filmed it this week. They were like, we saw Michelle's reaction. We got to change it. They're waiting for the podcast to drop. And then they're like, this is what we got to fix this week.
They listen to all of them. They're like, okay, who's going to listen to what podcast this week? And who's going to check the Reddit threads?
I feel grateful for whoever gets to listen to ours.
I know. Seriously.
Yeah,
You picked a
thank
good one.
Thank you. Cody's like, some of the kids wouldn't even engage me. But again, I'm telling you, he didn't engage them.
No.
He waited for everyone to come up to him, and if you didn't come to him, then you didn't engage him. He never was engaging anybody. And guys, I am saying this with firsthand knowledge. He sat in the corner and he pouted. He was not interacting anywhere.
Well, and we know Kody enough to know that he did not go up to someone and be like, hey, like, I love you. I'm sorry about everything.
No.
He could never come to that. Like, he just is not that kind of person.
He's like, you
So I'm
saw
sure he was
how
like,
Maddie scuttled
they
her
gave me a
kids
dirty
away.
look. It's like, they didn't even see you.
Honestly, it's like Savannah wasn't wearing her glasses. She can't see shit. Okay. She was doing like a squint and she was like, oh, that's Savannah giving me a dirty look. I'm glad I didn't show up for her ever for anything. But he said that Maddie scuttled her kids away. And Robyn's like, yeah, I did see that. And I was like,
She's like, you're right. Maddie sucks. I'm not talking about Maddie.
Maddie fucking is a bitch. You know, she said bad stuff about us.
I was like, okay, another point for Maddie.
Maddie is moving up.
Maddie's moving on up.
I may even stop referring to her as Marble Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, she's a marble mouse in the past.
She's a legend. She's becoming a legend in this town.
She's becoming a legend in this family.
Yes.
That's for sure.
And again, like for
She's
these,
like, and Janelle's like, Maddie's a mama bear. Like, Kody hasn't seen EBK since she was born.
she's 3.5 now.
She's not gonna have this grandpa that just came in. I'm like, they don't even know that that's their grandpa.
No.
Can you imagine them growing up being like, that's my grandpa on a TV show about my mom's
Wait, hang on a
family?
second. That show we watch on Sundays, or actually Mondays morning because it's too late Sunday. The show we watch
That's
Monday
my
mornings and
grandpa?
we all make fun of. That's Mom, that's your family?
That noodlehead?
Noodlehead's your dad? Wait, hold on a second. I'm confused.
Like, they don't even know.
No.
That's gonna be a crazy time to find out.
Yeah.
Finding out you're adopted.
And
later on
again,
in life.
when we do these talkbacks, it's like, bring Maddie on for this part. When he's shit talking Maddie and he calls her the gossip girl,
Mhm.
like, let's get her
I
reaction.
would love a sit down with Maddie.
Oh,
Do you think it can be done?
I'll do it.
Okay. No, not you. I want it on the show. I
Oh.
want her to be part of the show.
Oh, okay. Well, if she's interested, Maddie, if you're
Okay.
listening,
I mean, she films. She's not like Daddy Logan and Michelle who don't
Yeah.
film at all.
I'm willing to talk. Well, here's the thing. She did do one podcast. I tried listening to it.
She didn't give any tea.
No, it was more about like being a businesswoman.
I
I was
know.
like, oh,
Okay, we all
vomit.
didn't know you're part of an MLM.
No one cares. I mean, if you're listening though, Maddie, I think that's awesome that you do that.
You've
and
moved right on up.
And you know what? Also, shout out to Janelle and Maddie for shorting everyone on their postage for their.
That and lots of people are getting the wrong shirt. There's only two options.
Mhm.
They're getting the wrong one or the wrong color. And I love that. People are like, honestly, it feels like I was blessed by the queen herself.
I honestly would buy
because-
someone's postage shortage bag off of eBay because that's Janelle energy right there. That is Janelle.
And if you don't know what we're
energy.
talking about, we're talking about Janelle and Maddie's shirts from Tata Farms.
Yes.
Yeah. They're
Potato
all
Farms.
coming wrong.
Cody's like, it is not realistic to think that grandparents are going to be a part of their lives every day. I have a job and a family and a life in Flagstaff. Like,
Okay.
3.5 years is not every day. Once a year, I don't think is crazy.
Also, there's FaceTime.
Yep.
There's visits. They could come to you if you were nice to them. Maybe you could meet halfway. Like, there's so many. I was just like,
I don't
Also, he
expect you to
finds
be in your
time to
kid's
travel
life
around
every
other
day.
places. Him
Yeah.
and Robyn are spotted at the airport all the time.
They're in Scottsdale all the time.
Yeah.
He went and did Brian Colwell's wedding,
Yeah.
but he couldn't go to Jezebel's surgery.
Nope.
No.
And he can't go see Maddie and the kids.
Yeah.
So it's like,
He's like, it's her fault. She moved the kids across the country.
it's not her fault.
No.
No.
She went to go
if
live
you
with them.
cared, you would try.
Yeah. So
And you don't.
no.
Nope.
3.5 years is a long fucking time.
Yeah, it is.
To not.
And
have
I
any
think
sort
the
of
only reason he
relationship.
sees Avalon is because Mykelti like forced that relationship.
And I think Mykelti goes to them.
Yep. And most of the time she goes to them.
And
He-
honestly, he's probably like, fuck, Mykelti's coming over.
I feel like he only sees them if he goes to see Truly. You
yeah.
know?
Which is probably like forced.
Which is not a lot. And I feel like every time he's spotted out with Truly, Jezebel's there. I feel like she's like, Truly's like, I won't go unless you go.
Yeah.
You know? I don't
Yeah.
think she wants to be alone with him. Not that he's a creep. She's just like,
No.
you're weird.
You're just
Like, I don't
annoying.
like you.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to talk to him
You always
about.
try to talk to me about like mom and stuff, and I only want to talk to you. He's the one trying to shit talk.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's like, oh, Truly, your mom's such a bitch.
Now Cody's like, the family, they are purposefully leaving me out of things to punish me for a crime I didn't commit. The only thing I am guilty of is not falling madly in love with their moms. I'm like, okay, well, that is a really shitty thing.
It's-
Why did you marry them? Why did you start a family with them if you didn't love them? Like, I'm sorry, but
It
like,
is kind of shitty to find out later. You're like, oh, everything was a lie. You didn't even like mom. You didn't even like being a polygamist. You didn't like any of this, and you didn't even like us.
you brought me into this fucking world with my mom because I thought you were under the impression you loved each other. And I just am like, that is a pretty shitty thing to do. And he acts like that's just like small
And
potatoes.
he does say it over and over.
Yeah.
What? Just because I didn't love their.
What? Because I never loved their moms. Yeah, that's a pretty bad thing.
Sorry, I only loved you, Robyn. Like
Yeah.
at one point, he does say like, I only loved you and not them. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
because I only fell madly in love with you, Robyn, but not them. My family was killed by gossip. Gossip. And you know who's to blame? Christine.
You know what I love the most is
Yeah.
that when I thought about it, I was like, Christine's kids are the ones that actually talk to him the most.
Yeah.
Mykelti, Jezebel, Aspen. Janelle's kids are the ones that hate him the most and don't talk.
Well, you know
But
why?
everything's Christine's fault.
You know
usually.
why? Because of Maddie. Maddie's a gossip.
I love when Janelle was like, he thinks Maddie's the gossip. He's such a gossip. He used to talk shit about Meri, Christine. I'm like,
Never
us what
about
he-
Janelle or never about Robyn.
Tell us what he said. Like-
Well, he's like, Mary's difficult.
She doesn't like spearmint.
No, I don't
Oh,
like spearmint.
Wait a second. We have to
Oh.
talk about Mary's Instagram throwing the spearmint in the trash.
She's so embarrassing.
She's so embarrassing. Like, just stop.
It's like in her head, she thinks like, ugh, here I come. I'm a hot bitch.
She's jumping on Christine's petty train. Like,
Yes.
she's like, oh, Christine does it and people think it's funny. I'm gonna. And I'm
But
like,
also, Meri, it's like
embarrassing.
at least with Christine, she's kind
She's
of moved on with
moved
her
on.
life. She's gotten remarried and stuff. You're still the same loser.
No, it's like we all know you'd still take him back in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sad. She's
Yeah.
just like in her lonely house by herself,
That
making
yeah.
a funny reel.
The reason why Robyn is so triggered by all this is because her biological father left her and
Just went with another wife and her family. I was
lived
like,
in another state and just didn't love us.
it's
you know?
weird how you did the same thing you hated that your dad did.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you alienated
took-
your kids away from their dad.
And I don't think it's all Robyn's fault. Like it's Cody's too.
Right.
But I'm like, you should have seen like, hey, wait a second. We're spending way too much time with our
And
family.
you sit there and you
have other
say, you know what? Fuck her. You're right.
Yeah,
Fuck
right?
her. Because she's
she
like,
had to see.
they need their dad. Kids need their dads. I'm like, you literally kidnapped them from their dad.
yeah.
You did everything in your power to get him to release custody of his kids so that you and Codester could raise them.
Yep. It's like her kids don't need David Jessup, right?
Nope.
That's his name. They only need Kody. And then you took Kody and you should have known, hey, wait a second. You've been at my house a whole lot.
Yeah.
Don't you have kids to see?
Now there was a moment when she was like, and the whole thing with like COVID acting like you just wanted to be here with us all the time. Like that's ridiculous.
They thought that you made the rules because you didn't want to be at their house. Like,
Ridiculous. I'm like, that's
Uh-huh.
exactly what it is.
that's exactly.
exactly what you both did.
So are you coming to the side? My
Yeah,
side now?
you know
Okay.
what? Fuck her.
It's fake. It's fake.
The one tear sold me. It was very Lisa Rinna.
Okay.
One sad
It's
tear
easy
coming
to
down the face.
Crack out one tear.
Not
It's
for
not that
her.
hard.
Not for her.
Well,
She's never done it before. She's never done it before.
she worked on it hard. She watched a few YouTube videos.
When we saw the flashback picture of Robyn, that's Brianna.
Oh my God, I never realized how much they look alike.
No.
It was identical down to the teeth.
I was like, "Ooh, girl, we thought you were maybe going to be cute."
I was like, hold on to your horses, Brianna.
And we know Robyn's going to turn into Alice. So
Yeah.
Brianna's just
Brianna
step
better
away.
start working on it.
Start plucking that beard
You're
now.
going to start looking just like your mom and then just like Grandma Alice.
Oh, Grandma Alice. You know what, though?
And I don't feel bad because I feel Brianna is the meanest of the bunch.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Mhm.
I would love to have Grandma Alice back on the show.
Oh, why?
Just because I'd love to rip on her. Anytime that she shows up in our rewatch, I love to rip on
I feel like
Alice.
Robyn calls Grandma Alice constantly and it's like, guess what Christine did now?
Oh, yeah.
Guess what Janelle's doing now?
That's why she's the Brown family scapegoat.
Mhm. I think Alice would marry Kody if she got the chance.
Oh, yeah. I think so, too.
Okay.
So Cody's like, I texted one of my kids and they sent back notes saying I'm a piece of trash. I'm like, that's a compliment in our book.
Yep.
Okay. First of all,
Mhm.
that's a compliment.
He also shouted out shit talk.
yeah, he was like, this family fell apart because of shit talk. And
I was like, thank you. You're welcome.
but also you were falling apart before us.
Yeah, we didn't make you fall
We
apart.
didn't make you fall apart. And they don't want anything to do with me. And Robyn's like, they're kids. They're kids,
joking.
Kody. All right. And he's like, they're adults. And she's like, but they're your kids. And then she looks at him and she's like shaky, like, they need you, Kody.
So many parts during this.
Yeah.
He is like completely cross-eyed looking at her.
I don't know
He
if it was
really
just
worked
like
on his serious face. Like he was
but
like,
he was so focused on it that he went cross-eyed for
Yeah.
it. I was like, you've been hanging out with Nathan too much. Those eyes are we're crossing some wires here. Uh-oh. Don't talk about Nathan's eyes.
Uh-oh. Keep an eye on that one,
Now, in the trailer, we saw
Which kid do you think texted, you're an asshole, I want nothing to do with
so
you?
the there's two different ones.
Yeah.
So the asshole one, I don't know. Well, I thought it was shocking that he says Hunter is so against him.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
It's like, I reached out to Gabe, nothing back. Reached out to Hunter, met with complete contempt.
So maybe Hunter wrote that one.
I'm thinking so.
The manipulated one,
Leon.
yes.
That's
That's what
what I
I was
thought.
thinking.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yes.
I was like, it's either Leon or Gwen, but then I was like, wait,
But
Gwen
has
invited him to the wedding.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gwen's defended Kody a bunch.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's
I think
Gwen.
it's Leon. The manipulation and the brainwashing
Yes.
made me think.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's same page.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Same
Good. Glad we're
page.
on the same page.
So in the trailer, what we
Also, another point for Hunter.
Yep.
Saying you're an asshole.
Moving on up
you're
again.
A piece of trash. I don't want you.
and he's already at the top.
I know he
basically.
is.
So
Right?
in the trailer, we saw Robyn say, I'm having a hard time not losing respect for you. But then we see it play out in the full tape, and she's like, I'm kind of struggling with, having like a kind of a little bit of like a hard time, like, maybe kind of losing a little respect for you, but just like a little tiny bit.
And I don't want to have to.
It's minuscule. It's like really, really tiny, Kody. It's like, I'm like, I thought that you were putting this man in his place.
She handled him with baby cashmere gloves.
Baby cashmere gloves.
No,
again.
she's not ever putting him in his place. He's just putting her in her place all the time.
It's like, do you think Kody breastfeeds on her?
I don't know.
Like, I know Tony breastfeeds on Mykelti.
Yeah.
Do we think that Kody gets on Robyn's
I
tit?
don't know why. Is it just because she'll literally like bow down to him on her knees that he likes her so much? I don't understand why he like hates everyone in the world but her. He's so angry. He literally hates everyone, but he just something about her.
I think it is that.
Okay.
It's nice when you're around someone who
It's like
just
blind
agrees with
loyalty from-
everything you say.
That's all he wants in life.
Yeah.
It's respect and
That is
loyalty
nice.
and someone to blindly follow him.
It's not even, it's obedience.
Mhm.
That's what she's giving.
She's like a dog.
She's giving
She's
obedience.
a little chihuahua to him.
Yeah. So then Robyn's like, if I was Kody, I would be Colin flying out there.
I'd be on their doorstep. I'm like, well, that's stalking.
Yeah, I'd be on their doorstep and I'd be fixing
Like,
this.
he doesn't even know where they live. That's the thing.
No, he has no idea.
Not even the kids who live in Flagstaff. He's like, I don't know where they
And
live.
Cody's like, I am not camping out for anybody. I don't camp.
He doesn't
I don't like a tent. I don't even want to sleep in Janelle's fifth well. All right. So that's not happening.
No matter how many times she asked, though, he's still thinking, like, still making up excuses, like, well,
Mhm.
Eventually they'll come around, you know. They've got to answer their
my
calls. When
favorite
I
part-
called one time and hung up really quickly.
My favorite part is he's like, you need to give me time. And maybe with time, I will be in a forgiving place. I'm like, you have the audacity to sit here and say you might be in a forgiving place.
They have to forgive you, not the other way around.
It's so wild. It blows my mind how somebody can be lack so much self-awareness.
I would like him and a psychologist to sit down together and watch the show and then be like, do you see what you did there? Like, do you think that's your, and he'd be like, nope, they're shit talking me.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy that
here's
so
the thing. You're not seeing it
delusional.
because it's not on camera.
He's like, there's things behind my back. It's like, no, there's not.
There's nothing.
He's
no.
so paranoid.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
And this is maybe also why I was starting to feel for Robyn, because I'm like, he's so psycho.
Like, she's scared of him.
Yes.
I was getting the idea that she's a little scared of him.
Well, I thought she put him in his place, but actually she was. And then even when she's like, promise me you'll work on it, even just a tiny little sliver of a bit. And he's like, all right, I'll work on it a little bit.
He's like, well, the other day I was skiing, spending more of Janelle's money on my ski pass. And I
got a brand new set of skis. I got a new all-piece snowsuit from North Face.
Yep, I got really new goggles, a new beanie. I looked really hot up there. And then I even thought, I was like, I was
taking some selfies, doing a couple cameos.
I should make Gabe jealous. So I texted him.
And he's like, haven't heard back yet.
I was like, it's a little late. And what was
But also, like, I'm sorry, we have serious issues. I don't care that you're skiing and telling me about it.
And
let's talk about
probably
real
was like,
stuff.
hey, look at my new sweatsuit. Like, it probably wasn't even like, hey, I'm sorry, we should work things out. It was like, look how much money I spent on these goggles.
Yeah.
And Gabe's like, fuck you.
Like, it's like because Kody, you're reaching out is pretending that there's not an issue.
I know. I would love to
talk
see what
about
the
issue.
was.
We want to figure this out
more than I want that group text thread. I would like the text of Kody being called an asshole and trashed by his kids.
Yeah.
And I want nothing to do with you, and just see like how that whole conversation was.
I just love Cody's phone. I would love, like, I know, I'm telling you
Kody
right
Brown.
now, Kody has so many pictures in his phone of his butthole because he's checking to see if there's like a hemorrhoid or anything. He's like, I don't know, there's something back there. And so he takes like a picture on his phone and he doesn't delete them.
Gross.
They're just in his phone, butthole pics. They're not to be sexy. It's like medicinal. He goes on telehealth and he like sends a picture of his butthole and he's like, does this look okay? Is everything looking right? I don't know. I feel like there's something going on. I have pain in my asshole.
I would just love to see the conversations with the kids.
Well, I'd like to see the whole phone.
I don't want to see the butthole.
I would actually, more than all of that, I would love to see what he has Meri saved as in his phone.
She's not even in it. That's the thing.
I think he has her as do not answer.
Spam.
That Klingon bitch. stage 5 clinger. Something like that.
Probably.
Wow. And then Kody's like, well, here's why I'm really mad at them is because they blame you. That's ridiculous. She's like, well, then tell them to talk to me. You don't need to handle it. She's
like, I'd love to talk to any of them. And this is also where I was like, bullshit. You would be like, you're mean to me. Why have you been so mean to me?
Robyn did nothing to them. She has been nothing but amazing to them. And the only thing that they could be mad at is the fact that I don't love their mothers. I'm like, again, like you're saying that as it's just a casual thing.
Also, I'm like, you guys need to realize, like, the kids hate Robyn. She didn't specifically go up to them and be like, I think you're like, I fucking hate you.
Right.
But it's like everything she's done over the years to take you away, to make like that's why they hate Robyn.
Kick Kody out.
Yeah.
Kick him out and say, sorry, you can't come back here until you have fixed things with your children.
Oh my God, she would never.
She would
never even
wouldn't.
ask him to go for a drive. Like,
no, he had to go on the drive on his own.
Yeah.
Which also was like, what'd you do? Go jerk off?
Yeah. Probably cheat on her.
Probably. He's just like, I gotta blow off some steam.
Something, I'm sure.
He's like, she puts the porn blocker on the
he's like, I gotta log on to NAU Wi-Fi. He goes over to the school.
And again, Kody's just like, what did I do to deserve this? Look
this man
inward.
Is insane.
Look in the fucking mirror.
Honestly,
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Woo! No, he's not. He's not starting with the man in the mirror.
No, he's not.
Robyn's like, okay, well, divorce is hard on kids, Kody, and they're getting all caught up in this stuff. And, Kody, you gotta try, And Cody's like, well, they can be mad at their mothers in 10 years when they want a relationship with me, when they want a piece of this ass.
That's not going to happen.
No.
And what, you're going to wait 10 years to apologize or anything?
In 10 years, they'll be like, oh, I wish my dad was still around.
Oh, and they're going to be like,
they're going to come crawling
Mom,
back.
you were the one shit talking, not dad.
It's like their moms came groveling to me to marry them.
They have the show on tape. Good.
He thinks he's so great.
You do realize they can see everything you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I honestly feel like in his head, he wants them to see it because he's like, the kids are going to watch and be like, oh my God, my dad is so right.
He's so delusional.
That
it makes me
thinks.
scared to talk about him on this podcast.
I think he's going to listen to this podcast and be like, they get it.
Side.
They understand me.
They totally understand.
I think he's got.
They're big Kody fans.
He's like deaf. He just hears whatever it is he wants to hear.
He has a comprehension problem.
Yeah. And then he's like, well, I don't want to reach out to my kids, Robyn, because I might get triggered.
I am so triggered by them that then I'm going to explode and blow up and make it even worse. I'm like, I don't think you can do that.
But also like, be a fucking adult and don't explode. These are your children. And when he said that he doesn't think a kid-parent relationship needs to be reciprocal because they're adults, I'm like, No, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if my parents are 90 and I'm 60.
Yeah.
40. I don't know how old I'd be. Can't do that math very fast. But it doesn't matter.
No, and if he wants a relationship, then he needs to try. Like, that's what you do. And
the thing is, all your kids are starting to become okay with not having a relationship with you. You're the one sitting here saying that you're heartbroken. You're angry. You're so angry. Mm. And Robyn's like, Kody, they're hurting. They're hurting, Kody.
They're having to hurt.
They're having to hurt so much, Kody. And Cody's like, how about me? Do you know anyone else who's had 3 divorces in 1 year? I'm like, that should say something about you. I don't know another person.
Look inward. There might be, if you're the common denominator, right. You might be the issue.
No, I don't know anyone else who's been divorced 3 times in 1 year.
I also felt like Robyn, though, was subtly blaming the other moms when she's saying, like, the kids are hurt. Like, they're hearing other sides of the story. Like, their moms are telling them things about you that aren't true.
That was the part I wasn't liking.
Okay.
Because I did think that was bullshit.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're just full
of bullshit the whole time.
They're hurting. And then Cody's like, all the kids who are against me are colluding together. They meet up. They get on their little.
I felt like he was like, they have a club. They actually have shirts that say, like, we hate Kody.
Yeah. And I'm also like, Kody, I think honestly, like, we've said this before, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. Yeah. I think your kids are all becoming indifferent to you.
Honestly feel like Maddie doesn't even think about him till the show comes on, and then she's probably fired up. But like, I feel like she's like, no, like, I don't even tell my kids about you because I just don't even care.
Yeah.
Not that I hate you so much.
When Robyn grabs Kody by the face, first of all.
And he's cross-eyed looking at her.
He's cross-eyed looking at her. And she's like, your kids need you, Kody. They need you in their life. And he's just like cross-eyed looking back at her like, what are you saying? What are you saying?
I also feel like if in this moment, if he were to be like, okay, Robyn, then I'm going to take a trip to North Carolina and try and smooth things over with the kids. She'd be like, Kody, you can't leave. You have to take Ariola to school and you have to buy Solomon's corn dogs.
Ariola has Dad's Day coming up.
Yeah, there's no way she'd let him go.
No. But she did let him go to Brian Colwell's wedding.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
she does. She wants to be the favorite wife and have the favorite kids.
It's just sad to me how
she
much
worked so hard to have him only care about her family, and now she's like, "What about them?" It's like, you also did this.
I'm just imagining being his kids, watching this back, and how sad I would be to be like, you're more upset about the state of yours and Robyn's relationship than the state of our relationship.
I hope that these kids don't watch this.
I hope.
I really hope so, because I think it's really sad.
Well, we know that Michelle's at least watching.
Well, she's not a direct child, so I think.
But you don't think Logan's maybe in the kitchen meal prepping?
I hope she is the go-between, and she's like, "You guys all watch it. I'll let you know if there's anything you really need to know.
Yeah,
but please don't turn it on.
Please.
I hope.
Yeah, she'll make another boring week. Nothing to see here. And they're
they
like,
don't need to see this. Honestly, it's really sad. He's so delusional. And to be like, okay, forget all that, Robyn. We need to focus on us.
Yeah. He's like, I keep being punished for a crime I did not commit. Other than that, one of their fucking mothers. I'm like, Again, like he
says
keeps
it
talking
over and
about
over
the
again.
crime he did not commit, and then he says the only thing he's guilty of is not loving their mothers, as if that's nothing. Like he says it 5 times in this conversation.
Like, why is that a crime?
What does it matter?
What does it matter to be married to someone for 30 years and then just be like, actually, I fucking hated you.
I never loved you all along. No, their fucking moms deserve to know a long time ago you didn't love them. That, like, you should have told them this forever ago, before they started having fucking kids with you.
It's honestly insane. I'm really worried about what's going on in his mind.
So Kody does say he made 2 mistakes during the COVID times.
That's it. Only 2.
Number 1, telling the boys they need to move out. Maybe, I shouldn't have said that. Number 2, not going to Yezi's surgery. But I couldn't go. Listen, it was out of my control. They show a clip of Jezebel in the hospital bed, and I'm like, that's Mykelti. That's not. But
I've never seen her look so much like Mykelti.
I went back, and it is her.
You thought they were using stock footage?
Yes, I was like, oh, again, another stock
footage. From Mykelti's birth, they were like close enough. Use it as
honestly, I thought it was from when Mykelti got bucked off the horse.
Oh.
They were like, we got anyone in a hospital bed? They're like, it's Mykelti. They're like, that's close enough.
She didn't even make it to the hospital.
She only went to the chiropractor.
Yeah, they were like, you're full of shit. But for him to think that those are his only 2 issues.
Yeah. That's it. I made 2 mistakes.
That's
right?
it. There's only 2. I've racked my brain trying to think about what could be the issues.
I love when Kody said it was very Vicky Gunvalson that his love tank is empty. Love tank's empty, Robyn. I need you to fill it up. And you know what? You know where the filler up is? Right here in my dick. So how about you start there? Start filling it up right here at my dick.
Right down there.
And then he's like, we get into the theatrics of it all. And Cody's like, my heart is broken. Not because my kids don't talk to me, because I'm standing here with you and you're mad at me and you're saying you're losing
having a
respect
fight over those fucking losers that I don't even like and don't want to talk to.
Oh my God. And he's
Let's
like,
focus
Robyn,
on us, baby.
You react with that very special, sweet emotion, but me, I get angry. I'm angry, Robyn. I can't not be angry because these kids are ruining our relationship. Again, he's not saying I'm angry because I'm in this state with my kids. It's because my kids are doing this to me. They're ruining my relationship with you.
I feel like he's like, Robyn, you got to stop talking about this.
Yeah.
I don't care about them. I care about us.
Here's what's crazy.
We need more date nights.
If you think about it.
We need more artwork.
Kody knows the only person that Kody of his kids that he knows less than he knows Robyn is Truly.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, Savannah has been in his life more than Robyn. Like,
yep.
Truly was the only one who was born after Robyn came into it. And then those other losers with her. Yep. But like, all these kids have more of a history with you than with Robyn than you have with them.
You ditched them for Robyn.
And you fucking ditched them and you act like you're so mad about it. It's like, I am angry out of my mind. I'm gonna punch these kids in their wieners. I'm so mad at them. And then the one kid, he talks about the one kid saying that you're an asshole. You manipulated me. You brainwashed me. And that's...
It has to be Leon, right?
I think the brainwashing. Right?
Makes me think it. And the manipulation. Yeah.
So Robyn's like, Kody, you just promised me. I'm really cold. Can we go inside? Like, you got to just promise me that you're going to do it. Can we wrap this up?
I don't want cameras coming inside.
Yeah, no, cameras are not coming inside. I also found it interesting when the cameras panned back. It was like where they were standing was like perfectly like shoveled out.
Yeah.
I was like, hit your points.
She was like, this is where we're going to have the conversation. Why? It is so insane. They had to bundle up so much to be out here because they don't want them in that house.
Like, why? Everyone's at school. Why can't we just talk in the house?
They don't want Janelle to see all the shit they have.
But we're filming Thanksgiving and the art is on full display.
I don't know. Maybe they think Puddle Monkey ruins their floors.
They're like, you guys need to use the outside bathroom.
Anyways. I don't know.
You need to use the outside restroom.
Oh my gosh, they're like Farrah from Teen Mom.
Yes.
They make them use a porta potty.
Yeah, but Puddle Monkey's not going to spring for a porta potty.
Luckily, they have headquarters right there.
So
Robyn's walk down the street.
Kody, promise me you'll even consider thinking about trying a tiny little minuscule bit. He's like, I'll think about it. But can we just go fuck or something? I just want to focus on us.
We should get matching necklaces again. I think we should head to David Yurman.
Yeah,
that would help our relationship.
You know what make me feel better right now? David Yurman.
I need to blow some steam.
I need to blow some cash.
Okay, and you know what? I'll reach out to Mykelti.
Yeah. And she's like, no.
Not Mykelti.
We're sick of Mykelti. Overall, this conversation I felt like was decent. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Decent, but I just felt it was orchestrated. I really feel like they were
Well,
like,
if you
how
look at
can
it
we
not
make...
being orchestrated, it's a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
The rest of the episode, though, 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
There was nothing
We don't
here.
need... I'm hoping next week is not Mykelti heavy.
Oh, God. Get rid of this bitch. We don't need her.
We need to break for a little bit, right?
Please.
It's not like it's probably like Avalon's birthday next week. Birthday party.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, because Christine already foreshadowed. She's like, we need to spend a lot of special time with Avalon now.
Oh, wait. I need to back up for a minute.
Oh, okay.
When they were like, yeah, it was like so sad. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, she's jealous. There's 2 new babies. That was so weird to me. Sorry, I had to just mention
What
that.
do you think's going to happen?
She acted like she was so like, oh my God, I can't believe she was upset that you guys were both holding baby. I'm like, what do
I
you
will
think
say
is
the
gonna happen?
one good part about having babies 6 months apart is they don't know what's happening.
No, they're not jealous.
Hell yeah. Look at us go. Oh my God. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this recap. If you did, you can
leave us a 5-star review.
5-star review only. We are not looking to improve upon ourselves.
No.
We just want to hear how good we're doing.
But I do have to say,
yes,
thanks for listening to the ads, because we used all our ad money to put towards the hurricane stuff that's happening.
Hurricane Helene. We have a moderator from our Facebook group, Christy, who is going and bringing...
She's taking truckloads full of water.
Tons of supplies to people who need it. And so we took all of our ad money, we put it in that, but also so many of our listeners donated. And the last we checked, we had like $8,000 raised to help. And so that's awesome.
So if you want to join a great community who not only talks shit, but also helps
Don't
people
let
out.
them know that part though.
Okay.
I don't want them to know we're
You
nice.
want us to have a hard front?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
I want them to know we just
a
have
group
a
of
hard
shit
on.
talkers.
Yeah.
But I have to shout out everybody because they gave money and they re-listened to the ads to give more money.
Yeah. It was awesome.
No thanks to us, but we just want to thank you guys for that.
Thank you guys for doing that. That's awesome. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram, instagram.com/shytalk.
Or Patreon.
Patreon.com/sisterwivestalk. I've thought about changing it, but I've said it on this episode
I was just
so many
thinking the
times.
other day, I'm like, what are we doing?
What?
We call it Shit Talk, but that's not the name of the show. Our Patreon is Sister Wives Talk, which where did that come from? I blame you for that one.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what we were doing.
Up.
I threw the Patreon thinking no one was going to subscribe, and then they did, and then I've said it on here a million times. It's hard to change.
Going on.
I didn't think that Patreon would accept Shit Talk, so it was just
Sister Wives Talk Patreon.
Yep.
Shy Talk Instagram. Love should be multiplied, not divided. Podcast. Like what? Who knows? This is a Janelle production. Okay.
To say it's a Puddle Monkey production, honestly. So we're right in line with everything else. Also, what else was I gonna say?
I think that's it.
Next week, don't forget, Christine is lying about the second date, and I'm gonna come back heated about it once again.
We'll find more things next week that were wrong with the episode.
Hopefully,
we can count on you.
Yeah. So, anyways, have a beautiful week. Splish splash. We're all trash.
Goodbye.